Hello, my friends, Evolutionary Energy Arts family.
Hello, we got some interesting stuff today.
Yeah, and so this was sent in to us by Jeff, and this is in North Carolina. And interestingly enough, North Carolina gets a lot of UFO sightings. Curious, to say the least. This one, he said it blew his mind watching it. And so, I looked at it and immediately I thought, well, I wonder if that's a drone. But then I watched what looks to be interaction between something that kind of appears to come into the picture that looks black. And, well, I'll let you guys watch and see what you think here. So I didn't notice it at first, but see if you guys could pick up what appears to be something black that comes in, and when it goes by it, that's when the light goes down. So watch, right about there. So you could see there's something that's up here. It kind of zooms, zigzags, and then this thing goes down. I mean, is it just a bird and this is just a drone, or is this really something unusual? Was it shot down by something? It's curious. The way it drops, it drops really kind of slow. What's your thoughts?
Well, it drops slow, but then it picks up speed. I think it was getting out of the way of that thing there. And I've seen one of these in the desert before, and it just came absolutely straight down. And as it drifted down, it lit up brighter and brighter and brighter.
So you saw something very similar out in the desert.
Yeah, one could perceive it as an angel, but these days maybe it was an alien, but it felt really good. I loved the energy.
Do you get a feel on the vibe of this energy?
I like it. It feels good. It feels pleasant. It feels like it's trying to help.
Interesting. So are you seeing what I'm seeing, Cindy, as far as like that thing that goes by?
Yeah, I can see that thing that goes by too. It takes a couple of frames for your eyes to really focus on it, but it's like this black blotchy thing up above it, and it moves out of the way.
Yeah, and I mean, the way that thing is, it would almost look like it was perhaps a bird, but, it moves pretty quick. Super curious. I just, do you think you get a vibe off the black energy? Whatever that is.
It's like it's trying to avoid the black energy. The black energy, when I feel nothing, that means usually means it's cloaked.
Or maybe mechanical?
Yeah.
Some sort of technology.
Mm-hmm.
Changes color. He said it was flashing red and green, that you couldn't really see. There's a lot of weird things in the skies. We're going to look at some other ones too. So I thought that was interesting for sure. This is in Dubai, and this is, wow, it starts off with people, you just see them walking down to the beach, and then he says, hey, look, and wow, that's pretty damn clear. And what's your take on the vibes off of this one?
At first, that one came through as like a Pleiadian, but then I got this underlying negative feeling about it. So maybe it's Pleiadians doing things that they'd rather not do. Maybe they have to do. It just...
Oh, or maybe it's some of the Nord type aliens that are under the control of the Draco.
That's what I thought, yeah. Yep.
Yeah, pretty incredible shot here. That's pretty clear. It's kind of a, I guess you would say would you say that's a Tic Tac shape or more of a UFO? I mean, more of a saucer. It looks
more like saucerish, and there's like this under thing underneath it. So I think it's kind of maybe a little both.
good shot. That's pretty cool. And that's in Dubai. Then we have this clip, and this is from Jack Jeffrey from his Facebook. And you look over here and watch something that looks really curious. Let me just... You see that? It's like, ooh, boom. I mean, it's like, okay, Captain, take us to warp speed. And then either another or the same one decides to come back and go the other way. That was really cool. Look at that. This is what we're talking about, Nat. I don't think every, what we would call fireball or shooting star is just that. Some of them are ships.
Yeah, that was a really curious one. It felt playful.
So you feel like this might be something benevolent?
Yeah, I feel it's benevolent. It means no harm. Just playing.
That is super cool. And no, they're not all demons.
Nope, not all demons.
No, yeah, that's so cool. And here we see, now this is off of SpaceX's Dragon camera. Interesting the way they have the Dragon ship, the Dragon camera. And this picked up something very large, kind of triangular. So, I mean, the triangles, a lot of them are ours. I think most of them are ours. But I don't know about this one. What's your opinion?
Well, that one does feel pretty dark. I don't like the vibe off of it at all. It just feels dark and ominous and like it's spying.
The vibe to me hit me as kind of Anunnaki-ish.
Yeah, that seems appropriate.
Yeah. So pretty cool. We've seen so many things photographed too. And then this one, there's something that appears to go into the sun. Do you think that the sun could perhaps be used as like a wormhole of sorts if you had certain technology?
Yeah, I think the sun is a lot of things that we can't even perceive. One of the main things is like a source of a type of fuel, kind of.
And there's been so many photos, especially of gigantic circles, circular motherships, just kind of like sucking energy from the sun. Dr. Claudia Albers, has talked a lot about that. So the mystery of Milky Way's strange glow deepens as a leading theory is dismissed, and that's talking about, dark energy. So again, science, there might be, I'm sure there are very, very intelligent scientists out there that have a more of a clue than the official explanations than they give us. Because I do think that they purposely keep us, off balance and not in the know. So the leading explanation for the anomaly, which is called the Galactic Center GeV excess, GCE, is that it could be a byproduct of dark matter being annihilated. But alas, fresh research has relegated the idea to the dustbin of science. So, that's kind of something that's going bye-bye, and Ben over at Suspicious Observers has followed that a ton. It's, again, they're just... I think they're just hiding the truth, because then it would open up our eyes so much.
Yeah, it would. They definitely don't want us knowing what's going on.
So we have a half-ton NASA satellite that is going to make a fiery return to Earth this weekend after 56 years in space. I've heard prophecies about something in space coming down. I mean, we have a lot of satellites up there. There's tons of satellites. But it does seem like WW3 is about to kick off any time. We've been warned about September impacts. Steve Benoon, as we were talking about, he's been keeping up with that. Interesting. And it should burn up upon re-entry and all. Is it another sign? They say it's going to fall over the southern Pacific, halfway between Tahiti and the Cook Islands, and will disintegrate well before it makes any sort of big impact. And isn't this a cool plane? It just looks like the wings are too far back for it to fly, but it works. It's an odd shape. And this is the Solera 500L. It's a bullet plane. Now, the big thing about this plane is not the speed, because it flies at typical speeds of about 460 miles an hour. Yet it's the fuel economy, which just blows away anything that we typically use right now. So, pretty interesting design for sure. And this runs at 18 to 25 miles per gallon fuel economy compared to 2 to 3 miles per gallon of comparable jet aircraft. So, kind of cool. And I wanted to show you guys this. So, there's so many patents out there that you could dig up for all sorts of things. The anti-gravity. And, this one right here is a craft using inertial mass reduction device, and it happens to be triangular. And it's interesting. It's all about microwaves and all new propulsion systems. And as we said, we probably have technology 100 or 200 years minimum ahead of what they tell us.
Absolutely. They're kind of seeping information constantly.
Yeah, trickle disclosure. And Elon Musk is about to show off his Neuralink brain implant, and he wants you to become part of the Borg.
Oh, goodness.
And there's already, from what we hear, super soldiers that are out there that already have these chips in them, as well as who knows what else. So, guys, I want to thank you for your support on Patreon and Ko-Fi. As always, make sure you still are subscribed, and make sure you click the bell so you get all the updates. As always, God bless and namaste.
Namaste.